When you create your character, are you having difficulty choosing the colors that work well together? Maybe you're trying to make those colors symbolic for something and you're having trouble making them reflect the character's personality. Maybe the colors that you're choosing are too dull and they don't stand out amongst several other characters in the world. Good color design can sometimes be intuitive, but it actually follows a system. And in this video, I'm going to be going over that. Inside of this ebook, I actually break down what most of the colors actually mean. Keep in mind that every color can be interpreted in a variety of ways, but generally speaking, what you see right here is true. So if we're looking at the main character of my series, Hammer, these are the three colors that are in his color design. His gloves are yellow, his shirt is green, and his pants are blue. Clearly, he's very cheerful, he has a lot of optimism. He grew up in nature. He's very loyal to his friends, however, he does have a very sad background as well. Again, colors can be interpreted in a variety of ways, but generally speaking, these represent stud. Inside of this book, I go over those colors, so definitely take your time and read through it. On the screen are a few tips that can help you pick the colors for your character. If you already have an idea of what you want for your character, then you can disregard this. But if you don't, these might be some tips that can help move the gears along inside of your head. Choosing the colors that best represent your character is what's important. But even more so than that, what you want is to have a color design that's actually very recognizable. A few years back, I created a TikTok where I was talking about color, and I wanted to see if anybody could actually recognize all of these characters right here on the screen. Just off of color alone, you can probably pick pretty much all of these. If you can, let me know what you see inside of the comments below. However, what you should keep in mind is that pretty much all of these colors are vibrant. They maybe are repeatable throughout the entire design. They're usually only 2 or 3 different types of colors. There are not several different colors on one design. Usually that makes it too busy, and that's what you want to try to avoid. If you look at the main characters inside of the series of Saturday AM, chances are you'll probably see what I'm saying repeated in all of those series. You could look at Shonen Jump, DC, Marvel, whatever the case may be. However, what you want is your character to stand out from color alone. Obviously, having a recognizable face, a recognizable body type, and also silhouette, which we'll talk about in a future video. Obviously, all of that is really important and can really help your character stand out. But if your character can be recognized from color alone, you're doing a great job. So here's some things that you can practice. Maybe on some of your previous sketches, you can color in some of the color designs that you have in your head. Think about some of their values or their personality traits or their ideals. Maybe even lineage. Case in point, Detective Dan is a prince, and purple I've always kind of associated with royalty, so I wanted to have purple being repeated inside of his color design. After you've practiced and colored different color schemes over your sketches, see if just using those colors alone can be recognized. You might need a friend to help you out with that. Try to limit it to only 2 or 3 colors so that way you don't make it too messy. Again, what you want is for something to be recognizable from the get-go. In the next section, we're going to be talking about how to make your character design repeatable. Stay tuned.